Alright, so what place did you get on fourth place for the Winter Box that was hosted by Empire Sports Cars and Collectibles? We have Thomas Sarter today, and just introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, Thomas. I guess the local Dark Magician player that was there, and just a little bit about myself. 31 Army. Just love to play cardboard for as a hobby.
Hey, so let's see what you played for that day.
All right, so my deck was Dark Magicians, of course,
Okay.
And this deck was a kind of a Dragoon Turbo variant.
Alright.
So quickly, it was the win condition is get Dragoon out as soon as you can, and then just protect that Dragoon.
Okay.
So obviously, of course, for my profile, I'm playing my 3 Dark Magicians. Of course, these are of course the staple. You need to run 3.
Okay.
My lovely vanilla monster. I'm running the Dark Magician Girl, mainly because of Soul Servant, and for the extra draw power, and also for the extra spellcaster.
He's not even playing them cases. He's just like straight playing the deck.
Obviously, I'm gonna run since it's a Dragoon variant, I'm gonna run my 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon. So obviously, I don't necessarily want to see it, but if I do see it, it's sort of kind of not bad. But usually, I feel this is like my only brick of the deck.
All right. I think that's how everybody feels about their deck. Like there's a couple bricks in there.
Yeah. I run my triple souls.
Ooh.
Of course, the deck can't run without souls. Souls is great. Souls has gotten me. Only reason I got one of the reasons why I got top cut was because of my of these souls. The draw power, being able to pitch for costs, being able to special summon going into my Leak Praise, and this is one of 2 cards I normally go into because I do run the Predaplant package.
And I think everybody can appreciate your mat and your shirt.
Oh, thank you. Of course, my only normal summon in the deck. My three rods, my searcher. I usually use this to go into my servant. It's situational pendant, either servant, Dark Magical Circle, or Eternal Soul, just depending on the situation. I found myself going a lot into Circle. Just because usually souls either Eternal Soul was in my hand or Soul Servant was in my hand, so it was pretty good. And usually also I use this also as as my baiter. To bait out those ashes and bait out those imperms and stuff like that.
I fucking hate ash. I got like so screwed over with them.
Oh yeah. Of course, some people don't play it. I'd like to. I do run 2 apprentice. There are those times where I just need a free summon. And if I have the discard fodder, I can do it. But also the cool thing about apprentice, I like to do with her is that she's an honest for all my dark spellcasters.
Yep.
And some of the things that people don't necessarily know is that Dragoon is Dragoon's a spellcaster as well, but she doesn't target. So if I do need to adjust my Dragoon's attack, I can just drop her, and then he now becomes a 5,000 beat sick.
Yeah, and that's a big issue.
Oh yeah. And then also she's also another one of my I bait out the ashes with the magician Apprentice Illusion.
Okay. So you have a couple of ways to get around that stuff.
Yeah, and then of course obviously I gotta run my 3 ashes. My ashes with other people running Dragoons, with other people like to go digging into their deck and stuff like that. It's just as Blossom is just.
You have to stop third place.
Yeah, I gotta stop something. So that's all the monsters I run. Going into my spells, of course, I'm gonna run my triple circle.
Okay.
Triple circle combined with my triple servant.
Right.
So this pretty much gives me a free Dark Magician card, or Dark Magician spell, Dark Magician card, whatever I
and
draw
want. Power.
So,
And draw power.
Yeah, it gives me that power, that draw power. I love Soul Servant for the second effect, because usually what people will do is they'll Soul Servant and keep me from they'll negate my servant and keep me from stacking. But I don't care. I don't necessarily care about the stacking once I get all set up. I just care about the draw power because I have my Dark Magician and my Dark Magician Girl. Banish it, draw 2, free Pot of Greed. Okay. I love it. So Afterwards, I run. This is controversial. I like it. It was very. It came up in very in situationals. I run Dark Magic Attack. The it's the Harpies of the deck. I mean, and it's a searchable Harpies off of Eternal Soul.
Which is better than Harpies because you can search it.
Yeah, I can search it. And then also there will be I have multiple ways of getting my Dark Magician out in the field via Magician Souls, Eternal Soul, the Dark Magicians, the Dark Magicians, so on and so forth. So I can just I can just use this to get rid of the back play, get rid of the backfield. This actually came in really, really handy. And when I got into Top Cut, I was fighting I was fighting a Serdal Invoked player. And I had this card, and he had that back row. So had my Dark Magician out, Dark Magic Attack, never saw it coming. So I keep it. I love it. If I don't need it, I'll just use it also as discard fodder for my Dragoon.
So it can still be used.
And now for my fusion spells.
Okay.
Well, before I do that, I also run Call by the Grave.
Yes.
Because
stop hand traps.
Stop hand traps. This came in handy when I decided that to surprise everyone and just drop a random Red Eyes Fusion. So obviously the rod is my main searcher, is my normal summon, but I don't necessarily need it if I have Red Eyes Fusion. So like I said, the win condition is to get Dragoon out as soon as I can. So obviously drop the Red Eyes Fusion. I'll give up my summon. So what? I have my Dragoon on the field. And if they get hand trapped, then I can just go ahead and Call by the Grave it.
Okay.
I also run One Secrets. It's a searchable fusion card. And because I run 2 Dragoons, I'm able to do really, really spicy things with this. It didn't necessarily show up during my match, but during my matches in regards to a Dragoon, this more came up as my fusion for my Dark Magicians, which was. I love that card. More draw power. I love draw power. And then last but not least for my spell, I run 1 Magic Life Fusion. This is a amazing target for my for Predaplant, because what happens is I can obviously use Magic Life Fusion. Dragoon is a spellcaster. I can special summon Dragoon back, but also I use it for another card, which in my extra deck, which I'll go into in a minute.
Okay.
I only run 2 Eternal Souls for my traps.
And why is that?
I don't need 3. 3's too bricky.
Okay.
2 is just enough. And if I really need it, I can just go on ahead and just search it out using Rod.
All right.
I love this card and combined with Dragoon, because if you get rid of Eternal Soul, all right, cool, Dragoon's staying. But I love when people pop Eternal Soul while my Dark Magicians is on the field, because it's destroyed, so it's going to get its graveyard effect. I run 1 Magician's Navigation. This really only came up. I don't use it for the first effect to special summon, but it is good. So if I see it in the hand, then that's fine. But I mostly use it for discard fodder. But the second effect, because when the Dark Magician's on the field, I can just banish this card to negate a spell and trap card that my opponent controls. I run 2 Imperms.
Hey, Imperm is like...
Imperm saved me on so many occasions, especially the set effect, because obviously I'm paying attention. You got to pay attention to the columns and all that stuff.
Yeah, people don't.
So people usually don't. So if I get lucky, I can usually guess where they're gonna play their cards. So I'll just set that Imperm and stuff. I'll just set that Imperm.
Yeah, because you're not playing like a super meta deck. You have to pay attention to everything.
Exactly. So I love Imperm. I like it at 2, because with the other traps to control and stall, I just feel that Imperm is just great. But it's just better at 2.
Okay.
I run 3 Crackdowns. So I love this. I love Crackdown for the main reason, because everyone has 1 card starters. So if I see this, and usually for the metas when they're like prank kids or emancipators, I use this an emancipator player during the tournament. I use this. He summoned Crackdown. Well, he can't do anything. He just like set one pass.
Yep.
So then I could be able to go into Dragoon and then just all type of stuff. I also using Crackdown because obviously I'll use my opponent's effect monsters for Predaplant fodder. So and then my last 3 cards in my main deck is I run 3 Solemn Strikes.
Oh my god, I heard about this.
I mean, my Solemn Strikes are my Solemn Strikes. I love them.
Stops when people don't realize it.
Oh yeah, it stops. It stopped. It definitely stopped a lot. It definitely stopped a lot of things while I was this time during the tournament.
Oh.
So that's my main deck. My extra deck. I run 2 Dragoons. Because of course with how the meta is, people do have Dragoon outs, so usually people are expecting 1 Dragoon. They don't expect the second one. So I throughout the turns either I like it at 2. 3 is just too much. Because I can just use my Fred Ice Fusion for the first one and then just use Magical Ice Fusion for the second one. So I usually just keep it at 2.
Yep.
I run 1 Dark Magicians. I love Dark Magicians. I love their effects because when the moment that spell card activates, I get to draw.
Yep.
And then what happens is a lot of people don't know is that if I draw a quick player or spell or quick player or trap card, I can set it and then activate it on that same turn. The same turn I set it.
Pretty broken.
So one of my matches, what happened was I had my Magical Circle out on the field. I had Dark Magicians out on the field. They activated a card. I drew into an Eternal Souls, set that. This died, being able to bring back my Dark Magicians and my Dark Magician Girl. And then, no, sorry, my apologies. This didn't die. I activated the Eternal Soul at the same time to proc off the circle to banish stuff, and it just stops. It just stops.
Stops a lot of stuff.
And then also when people don't understand, if people don't realize the graveyard effect of Dark Magicians, I get a free Dark Magician and a Dark Magician roll back. So I like it.
All right, so let's continue on with this deck profile.
All right, so the Dark Magicians next. The next one I run 1 Dark Magician and a Dragon Knight. I don't have many dragon targets, but I do run a Red Eyes Metal Dragon.
Okay.
So it didn't come up often, but when it does, it definitely helps because it protects my back row.
Okay.
And here is my second Magic Ice Fusion target, and this saved me on so many occasions. Quintet Magician. So this is my sleeper boss monster. Usually when I drop the Magical Ice Fusion, people are expecting for me to go into the Dragoon. But when I banish the 5 spellcasters, they're like, "What's going on?" And then Quintet gets dropped onto the field. They're like, "Wait, what?" Because I mean, it can't be. It's for I use it for the pesky Kaiju players. I use it for the pesky super poly players and stuff like that because it can't be tributed. It can't be used as fusion material, and it can't be destroyed by card effects.
Right.
It can be removed by other forms of removal, and it can be targeted. So I gotta be so I have to be careful. But this is like if I know I'm gonna go for game, and I have the materials for it. Drop my 5, Quintet Magician comes out, and then I just swing for the 4500 beat stick.
All right, sweet.
So I run also 1 Ebon Illusion, 1 Red Eyes Metal Flare Dragon, and 1 Big Eye. These are all situational cards. If for some reason I need to bring back another Dragon type for my fusion material, I can just go into Red Eyes Metal Flare Dragon. I have level 7 spellcasters, so it's not hard for me to actually do it. The Big Eye, once again, if I need to take control, it's just pretty much all situational type of things. It didn't necessarily come up this time, but there's been duels where Big Eye, Ebon, and Metal Dragon has definitely helped.
Yeah, you gotta have the situational cards.
Oh yeah.
Like for me as an Orcus player, I still even play like the Phoenix, even though it's a fire.
Yeah.
And like once I start doing all my effects, like I can only go into darks.
Gotcha.
But it's there for like back row when I need it.
Gotcha. And speaking of Phoenix, I actually do play Phoenix and Unicorn,
Ooh.
because just like you just said, sometimes it's situational. Sometimes I don't have the dark magic attack to pop that necessary back row. Sometimes I just need to spin that card back, and I can and between my Link 2s and my
Or when you get
monsters.
into Mystic Mine and you just need draw power, you just
Exactly. Most definitely. I do run one anima.
correct.
The anima once again is situational. If my player's not paying attention, I can just punish them by saying, "Hey, I just want your anima. I just want your monster,"
Yep.
and I can just link it away, or I'll just attack. I'll just slap them with someone. It didn't necessarily come up this time because people were pretty smart with their column placements.
Yep.
But they once again.
Especially because there was like players and everything.
Oh yeah. The Link Karibo, I run Souls level 1. Why am I not running a Link Karibo? So it just saves me. Then obviously I run the Predaplant. Predaplant is amazing because I don't need Predaplant for my win condition. It's really just I can use Predaplant late game because since I'm running three Red Eyes fusions. I can use it late game, and people usually don't see it coming. Once again, I use Predaplant.
Would it hurt you if it did get banned though?
Yes and no. Obviously, Predaplant is one of the ways I can go into Dragoon. But also at the same time, since I do run Dark Magicians, it's just make things a little bit harder. I'll probably need to adjust my deck to kind of incorporate more dragon types.
Because it just makes it a little bit faster for the deck.
It just makes it a little more faster. If Predaplant does get banned instead of Dragoon, which realistically I kind of think Dragoon.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Dragoon's going to get banned. But for some reason, Konami does ban Predaplant. I'll probably side out a couple for my keeper of Dragon Magic and make it a little bit
Because I feel like they would probably hit the enabler rather than the actual problem.
Exactly. That's we all know that Konami usually does that for the most part. And then I run one Celine because why not? It's a spellcaster. I run spells. And usually people. And then if I can just get 3, I can just special summon, and I can just go on my Access Code Talker.
Hey.
My Access Code Talker is what that definitely OTKs. If I need something that's an OTK. And once again, if this is another sleeper boss monster. If usually when people are worried about the Dragoon, they usually don't see the Access Code Talker or the Quintet Magician coming in. So that's always a good thing. So that's my extra deck. My side deck, running that real quick on that one. I run 3 Dark Ruler No Mores because once going second, I primarily play going first. But usually people want me to go second because if they can just get their negates on the board, there's really nothing I can do. And with how the deck how it's very combo heavy, usually people don't have an out for Dark Ruler no more. The second, I also run 2-dimensional barriers. Situational. It didn't come up this time because not many people were running.
Drytrons and all that.
Yeah, they weren't running Drytrons. They weren't running. People really didn't go into like a main extra deck, summoning. And then when I did first my Animancipator player, I just never saw it. So it's like, well,
it was also good against the Shaddoll players and the Invokes too.
Oh yeah, that is definitely good too for them. And it just sucked because I sided this. I just never saw it. I'm thinking about either just siding it out and then just doing doing more back row removal or just going ahead and upping it to 3 if just depending on the meta.
Yep.
3 Evenlies.
This
is my clutch card. I faced an Eldritch player. And both Evenlies won me my game against them.
Because if they don't have stuff to use, then
exactly.
Yep.
He made the unfortunate decision to banish both his Goaty boys, and then I just went into Dragoon and just smacked him for game. I run my 3 Drolls.
Hey.
Because everyone loves to draw drop everyone loves to draw. Unfortunately, it draw someone else's draw was the reason why I lost my one of my top cuts.
Oh.
One of my players, he was an Invoke Mech Knight player. He trolled me and he stopped me, but obviously Joel is good. Joel is very situational, especially with the current meta right now. Especially,
Yup.
hey,
It
Invoke
works.
likes to add stuff. I run one Planium. Didn't see him come up. I was more so I sided the Planium because of the Abyss. For the Abyss, because once again, if he does battle, he gets bumped up to 5,000. I can reveal him when I can draw. I can stack him on my deck with Soul Servant, draw him, reveal him, special summon. And if they decide they want to negate the effect or destroy it in any way, shape, or form, I'm still getting a free Dark Magician out of it. It just didn't. I didn't have any uses for it, so I may take him out, just depending on the meta, or I may keep him in. Not entirely sure yet.
Okay.
And then obviously, then I ran my 3 Artifact Lancias.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't like people.
So many decks
Yeah,
that banish right now.
Yeah, I don't like banishing. I don't need to banish, so it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me all too much. And the only time I'm going to banish is on my main phase using Soul Servant. So why
Or
not?
the
Right?
circle.
Yeah, use
Yeah.
either not necessarily on Circle and on Soul Servant.
Yeah.
Mostly Soul Servant for the draw power, and I obviously you can't activate Lancia on your turn anyway.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that's my extra deck. And that's my lovely Dark Magicians. So.
So what was like your matchups on that day?
My matchups were I fought a first match I fought a invoked Shaddoll, and it's the meta. I love my deck, I really do, but I know I expect it. It's the meta. He just had control of the board the entire time, and he just stopped all my plays. So it happened. So I lost that one. Then afterwards, it was the Animense player. And then once again, I just stopped him using Crackdown, stopped them using strikes and stuff like that, and he just couldn't go into anything. My third one was a Charmer's deck. Which he tried to use. Unfortunately, he tried to use the secret village, but I run spellcasters. I kind of can't. Yeah, exactly. So he didn't really have any outs for my plays. And then I fought I felt Eldritch. My buddy Clay. Hi Clay, how you doing? And he hit that Eldritch Numeron. I lost, but we had a great exchange going. He got me with the Numeron side. I shut down his Eldritch side, and then unfortunately we were going back and forth on our third match, and we wound up going into time. I did manage to get into top cut though. So in the top cut, my first match was against a Invoke Shaddoll player.
Yep.
Which very did really really well and stuff like that. And it was pretty evenly matched and stuff like that. It was just I just outplayed him. My imperm. The game winning was the imperm because he activated imperm, played on the same column which my imperm played, and he couldn't do anything. So I won that one, and then I lost against Frankie and his Mech Knight Invokes.
Which he got the first place.
Yeah, which he got in first place. Congratulations, Frankie. And then so
he's over there.
And then my last match was against interesting enough the invoked Dogmatica player again, which obviously I'm thinking you probably know how that turned out.
Yep.
In that case, I already placed. I knew I was going to be in top 4, so literally I'm like, you know what? I placed 4 with my magicians. I'm just playing to have a great time.
That's what the game should be about. Everybody focuses too much on what's meta, and they never try to think outside the box. It's just I think just try to enjoy the game a little bit more.
Oh yeah, that's what I loved. I love the game. I just love to play. I'm not necessarily obviously with my build and what you guys saw. I'm not I'm not a competitive player, and stuff like that. But I'm really really happy and proud of myself and my deck that made it.
Are you trying to get the Ghost from the Past product?
I do want that Dark Magician.
Okay,
I
okay.
really do. I haven't decided yet if I wanted to pay. If I wanted to pay the box for it.
It's pretty expensive right now.
Yeah. If I do, then obviously I also want the Ghost BLS too, because I mean, let's face it, I run level 7. So
Yeah.
I can run it.
Okay.
So it's so you know. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens and stuff like that.
All right. Well, you already know we're gonna have like lots of tournaments in the city, and we're trying to grow our community. So we're gonna probably see you a lot more, and then hopefully do more deck profiles.
Oh, yeah,
right?
most
And see as your deck progresses and evolves. You know?
yeah,
because your deck is gonna get some buffs, right? Because I think I was reading
not
somewhere.
entirely sure actually.
I think I was reading something about Dark Magician support.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, probably. There is a. I know the 2021 Megatons. They're doing a continuation on the story of the fair, the story of the pharaoh and all that type of stuff. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some more Dark Magician support. We'll just see how it meshes with the deck, and then go from there. I'm just hoping that if they do get new support, I'll be able to substitute the soon. I'm pretty sure the soon to be Banhammer on Dragoon.
Hey, they might reprint your boy, to make it accessible for everybody. Magician Souls.
Oh yeah.
I need to get some Magician Souls, but I ain't for it. I
Oh
can't afford that
man,
right now.
the luck I drew on my souls. It was the story is. I love the story. It's it's absolutely amazing. But that's another time. That's another day for another time. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much for this deck profile. Hope you have a great day.
Awesome.